Hello. Today we will be going over the Fide World Cup, Liren versus Alireza, round 3.2. They drew this game, so they will be going to the Rapids, which is 25 plus 10 tomorrow. So let's go over this game. This is my first time viewing this game. Again, it was a draw. So let's start infinite analysis. And let me get my little keypad here. We start off with knight f3, d5, d4. Looks like a queen's gambit. Knight f3, c4, e6, g3. Nope, Catalan. g3, we have an open Catalan. g3. And let's look at the opening book here. These are standard opening moves for the Catalan. Bishop g2, castles, castles. D takes c4. We have an option of queen to c2 or even queen a4. Trying to recapture that pawn. b5 would be the stubborn way to try to keep the pawn. So Ding plays queen c2. Then we have a6 and a4 stopping b5. Knight c6 and white recaptures the pawn. Catalan opening with the fianchetto bishop on g2. Let me click this. Okay. Knight a5 attacking the queen. That is one of the common opening moves here, or queen d5. h6, rook to e8. Knight a5, queen to c2. b6, all still theory. b6 preparing to place that bishop on b7, rook b8, bishop b7, opposing the g2 bishop on the queen side, well, on the king side. Knight e5. So far, pretty standard. Bishop b7, protecting the rook on a8 also. Bishop takes, knight takes. The knight looks misplaced here on b7. Could possibly go to d6 and f5, or we have a possible c5 in the future also. c5 would be a move. Knight c6, attacking the queen, and queen to e8, moving out of the way. All theory. Standard, rook d1. Bishop c5. Well, if d takes, if the pawn takes, then queen takes c6. And the c5 pawn cannot take on b6 because the queen will be taken on c2. The queen is not protected. The white queen on c2 is not protected. So it'll be advantage to black. If we go d takes, then queen takes, and we can't recapture the pawn on b6. Black would end up winning that pawn, while recapturing the pawn, and we'll have nope, he'll be up. So he'll recapture the pawn and be up a pawn. So that's so taking on c5 with the pawn is not a good idea. Which he does not. He plays bishop d6. Develop, knight c3. There goes c5. That's that c5 move right there. Knight e4, attacking the d6 bishop. But knight takes, queen takes. Attacking the knight on b7. C takes. If queen takes on b7, then bishop takes e5. And he'll be up a pawn. So let's look at this for a second. Alright, c takes d4. Computer likes, yeah, knight c4 is the best move. If queen takes, that's not good. No. Queen takes, we have bishop takes. And black would be up a pawn, but black could take b6 here. Computer likes black's development in this line. Then queen c8, maybe queen c8. Can we? Yeah, we can just develop the bishop, couldn't we? Just maybe get the bishop out. And what if queen c2 and queen c2? Still quite even here. Oh, wait a minute. I have two computers going. And then maybe rook d2. And we're quite even in that position. But what we have here is knight c4. Knight c4 instead of taking that the knight, which will probably lead to some equality after queen takes b7. After queen takes b7. Into this line, black may have slight advantage, but not much. So knight c4, knight c5, attacking the queen. Queen, knight takes, bishop. Knight takes d6, attacking the queen also. Knight takes queen. Well, no, knight takes e4. You wouldn't have enough compensation for the queen. You'd have four pieces. No, for the queen and two rooks, no, that's too much. That's actual, it's a blunder. So knight takes queen. Rook takes, and we're still even. Rook takes pawn. The position looks about even. White has a slight advantage. Knight f6, bishop e3, rook ec8, rook d6. Hitting b6. And black decides to place rook c2, hitting b2. Now what if b3? No, that would. Oh, well, he's hitting b2 and e2. So one of the pawns will fall. Also, well, black's b6, black's queen side, one of those pawns will fall also. So rook takes b2, rook takes. We're still basically even. Exchange. And maybe knight d5. I like knight d5, but we have h6, a5. Now knight d5, rook c6. He dare not take the bishop. He'll have a pass pawn also, two pair, but it'll be closer to queen. Knight e7, rook over. What if rook c7? Well, rook c7, then knight comes back to d5, looks like. So rook d6, rook c8, taking the c file, maybe king g2. I would play king g2 here. But e4, and we're all even. Even king to g2 holds on to some advantage for white, but not much. So e4, rook check, king up. Yeah, we're dead even here. And he did play knight c6. If rook checks, well, rook can't check here. Knight c6, king f3, and king f8, king e2. And they decided to call it a draw right here. Position is about even. Good idea to call it a draw. Would f4 be future move here? F3, no. Okay, so round 3.2, Liren and Alireza, they drew. And they go to the Rapids. So that's going to be very interesting, I believe, tomorrow. Okay, let's look at the standings. Let's go to the website. Let's go here to Chess 24. Well, not the web. Let's go to Chess 24. And let's look at who advances. Right, that was round 3. The second game of round 3. Here they are here. Liren and Alireza. I can't pronounce his name correctly. And they're all even at 1 apiece. let's see who else advanced. Wang Hao, Wang, they're even. Perez, Grishchuk advances. Grishchuk goes to round 4, as does Wesley So. So these are the standings, the ones that advance. Nikita advances. Tomaszewski, they drew, and Nepo. They go to the rest. So we have a lot of games here. They're going to the Rapids. 25 plus 10. That should be exciting. Rapids are always exciting. It's a quick time control, and anything can happen. Let's see. The Sipsino. Then Aronian advances to round 4. Straight to round 4. No Rapids for Aronian. Uyangi, there he's all even. Not many have gone straight to 4, you know, relatively. A lot of rapid games have to be played tomorrow. Let me make sure it's tomorrow. Let me look into my phone here. It's every day, basically. I don't know if they get a rest day. Let's see, the 18th. Yep, they play tomorrow. 6 a.m. Eastern. 5:59 in the morning. Eastern is where you can watch them. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be covering the Rapids tomorrow. That should be very interesting.